We welcome you to Noche and Beyond here on 2K Sports. From the attire to the food, the player's jersey. Tonight, a celebration of the Latin culture. With Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony and Allie LaForce on our sideline, I'm Kevin Harlan. So with Love on the bench, here's the group Billy Donovan has on the floor. They've got Bowen, Lonzo Ball out there with Paul George. Then it's Bam Adebayo, and it's Gilmore in at the 5 down low. And for Orlando, Larry Nance out there with Turner. Then there's Richardson. Then there's Donaldson, and it's Cooper in at the shooting guard position. Well, no doubt these players, GA, are eager to get this season going.
Listen, there's definitely some nerves, but it's mainly excitement. This is their first chance to showcase all the hard work they put in during the offseason.
And it's in there.
Just the first good move in a game of chess between these two coaches.
Yeah, now we get to see the counterplay. How you respond is half the battle out there.
That one goes in.
Yeah, and Ball is an incredibly gifted passer. Just excels at getting his guys going.
Pass to Turner. It's all in by the Bulls. Their last encounter was in Chicago.
Well, last time out, they got the win in large part because of the play of their bench, and they provided a lot of the scoring punch.
And they came away with the win last time in large part due to their depth. Great game from their bench.
5 to shoot. Adebayo, that's a two-pointer. No good, and tight defense there bothered that shot. And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
I had a chance to catch up with Jamal Mosley. We talked about Paul George and what his game plan was for keeping him in check. He said it's never going to be easy with him, but I told our guys I want constant communication. Talk when screens are coming, switch when we need to. We need to be highly active guarding him. Let's see how effective they are against him tonight. Back to you.
Thank you once again, Allie. And Chicago has possession. The Magic hitting the bucket. The shot by Adebayo, no good.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
There's no airspace there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
And he's able to get it back. Bowen the pass to George. Shoots over Turner. George with the bucket.
And definitely a shot George willing to take. His stroke makes it easy work for him.
Pass to Turner. And he banks in the layup.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
And with the goal of improving offensively, Stan, the Magic have made some moves.
Well, this is a team that hasn't been inclined to make many trades in the past. But with the young star talent they possess comes the urgency to win now.
And so here's Orlando. After Paul George getting his 3 to go. There's the 3. The shot by Turner, no good. For Chicago, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Adebayo passes to Gilmore. Adebayo drives in. And Adebayo throws it down.
Well, you see his mobility there. Dan is so elusive on the drive.
Pass to Nance. And here's Richardson. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Say this about Richardson. He is a fearless player. There isn't an opponent who doesn't think he can dominate or situations he can't take charge of. There is no back down in Michael Ray.
The first one falls. And he can't hit the second. And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for the Chicago Bulls. Bowen the pass to Gilmore. And the call will be against Larry Nance. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Here's Ball. Hasn't made one yet. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Pass to George. Pocket 6. Lets it go with a 3. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
Calm and cool from distance. George really confident from beyond.
Nance finds Turner. Oh, Nance in position. And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession.
And checking out the numbers for Lonzo Ball. Last season's performance for him. He put up about 7 points a game, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. And most of all, you have to love the defensive grit he brings to games when he comes off the bench.
Yeah, I love having options like him off the bench. Guys who bring effort. They can change the attitude of a team.
Shots good by Gilmore. Gilmore's got his second bucket of the game to go.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
And so the timeout by Jamal Mosley here. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. And now let's have a look at the teams that were last year's best from the free throw line. The Bulls third.
Well, as a coach, it's a relief knowing free throws are almost automatic for your guys.
And so here's Orlando. They trail by 7. And Ball slams it in.
They just won't miss. I mean, this is incredible.
Well, as a coach, this is when you enjoy what you're watching. Your team playing well and everything just flowing.
Now, here's Richardson. Turner with a screen on Ball. 6 to shoot. Here's Richardson. And just miss after miss right now.
Well, the analytics don't like it, but if the defense is giving it up, I like that shot selection despite the miss.
Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Commissioner Adam Silver was asked about the wildest ideas thrown around at the league office. He said, quote, one thing that's been discussed is potentially 2 free throws for a foul on a 3-point shot. I don't think he'd do it in the last 2 minutes of the game, but that's something interesting. Back to you, Kevin.
Not a bad idea. All right, Allie, thanks a lot. And here's George. After Miles Turner was able to get the triple. George against Richardson. To the paint. Here's Adebayo. Got a piece of it.
And he's like a pogo stick. Nance just pops up off the floor and then has that reach to get his hand on the ball.
precise delivery on the pass. Led him perfect.
And Billy Donovan wants a timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. Kevin Love's checked in for Chicago. Richardson comes in for George. Here's Adebayo. Outside ball. Pass to Bowen.
Magic foul. Individual. First personal foul. Second team foul. Two minutes remaining. 2 minutes.
Harper against Ball. Now here's Love. 1:51 left in the first. That shot off. The Magic trail by 4. Back to Harper. Here's Beck. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Magic need to get a shot off here. DeBusschere can't get the basket. The Bulls leading by 4. Love high post. Over to DeBusschere. Love with the buckets.
He's a talented shooter. Love doesn't avoid the mid-range like others might.
Pass to DeBusschere. Here's Smits. Over Adebayo. Smits, good.
That pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from there.
Now, here's Ball. Some nice ball movement here by Chicago. And here's Richardson outside. It's rebounded by DeBusschere.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Richardson outside. Love outside. Trains it from beyond the arc. Love's got 5 points so far.
Well, you got to crowd Love out on the perimeter, or else he'll make you pay for it.
Ball against Harper. Down low. Here's Smits. That falls. High speed that time from Harper.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for the Chicago Bulls. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. Right back after this break. Welcome back, everyone, to the second quarter of play here on Noche Latina. Volanos. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Bulls?
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And also, given the game is more fast-paced nowadays, I like the way they've capitalized in transition, keeping their foot on the gas.
So with George on the bench, here's the group that Billy Donovan has on the floor. Andrew Nembhard is out there with Richardson. Then there's Kevin Love, and it's Gilmore in at the center, filling out the middle. No one near Turner as he lets it go. Again, the Magic score. And the basketball term, finish the cut. What happens when you don't do that?
Well, two things can happen on that, Kevin. Number one, when you don't finish the cut, you slow down and you take away a chance of getting a layup off the pass. And then the second thing is it leads to turnovers because of that, because the guy passing the ball is expecting you to continue your cut, to finish it, and you don't. And the ball's thrown out in front and out of bounds in a lot of cases.
Here's Cooper. He has yet to score. Nance finds Richardson. Three-pointer. The rebound by Kevin Love. Bulls leading by 3. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Pass to Mashburn. And here's Love. They get the rebound. Gilmore. Nice hit again. That's tipped. Fast break. Here come the Magic. Nance, right side. Turner looking around. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. Bulls have gone 0-4 in the second quarter. Obviously, that needs to change. Richardson the pass to Nembhard. Here's Mashburn. Lets the three fly. Here's Love, and it's blocked.
He is really scuffling this quarter offensively. Perhaps a little frustration setting in.
To the middle. And it will go, and the Bulls lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Turner.
They are just killing them on the interior.
And Billy Donovan wants a timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. We have a chance. Let's take a look at the teams that led the NBA in rebounding last season. The Bulls third.
Well, the commitment they brought to the boards is evident in those numbers. Rebounding's never a glamour stat, but it wins you games.
George against Richardson. Left side, George. Now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter of basketball. No good, and they can't put an end to this drought. To the inside, here's Donaldson.
And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And guys, you cannot allow that in a close game. You have to make it harder than that. Well, so far, he hasn't had the same luck from deep in this quarter.
And the jam by Larry Nance.
Oh, I dunk you very much.
He can really fly, and you combine that, Greg, with some nice penetration, too, and you've got 2 points. Ball with a wide-open look. And the 3 off target.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
Nance passes to Donaldson. Turner, the bounce pass. Richardson against Ball. Richardson, no luck. Bulls trail by 3. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
George in the post. Richardson cover. And George gets it to go. George has got 10.
I love seeing George be so assertive down low. Certainly doesn't lack confidence. An accomplished score.
Back to Richardson. And he makes that one. Richardson's got the lead back up to 3 now for the Magic.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Outside, Ball. Right side, George. And a miss there on the triple.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
And Nance kicks to Turner. Pass to Richardson. Pulls up on the wing. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
Well, he certainly had trouble finding the mark this quarter.
George passes to Gilmore. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
And the slick pass from George set that up well. He has such a natural instinct for where to send the ball.
And so the timeout by Jamal Mosley here. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. Orlando leading. Harper the pass to Smits. Over Adebayo. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. Last game for Chicago, it was a loss to the Raptors. To stand multiple defensive selections for Bam Adebayo.
Well, look, Kevin, Bam Adebayo has 3 key things for a defender. All right? He is smart, he is tough, and he is very, very versatile. He can guard virtually everyone on the floor at a given time.
Pass to Harper. Here's Marin, defended by George. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen. And a chance now to look at the schedule for the Bulls. On Thursday, they'll be matching up with Derek White and the Cleveland Cavaliers. Then on Monday, the Houston Rockets will come into town.
And looking at the Philadelphia matchup, that'll be their 4th outing in this young season. Coach will want to have his team starting to build a rhythm by then.
The Bulls making a switch here. Sabonis is checked in. Ball, the pass to Adebayo. A miss that time would have put him up. Orlando's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Ball against Harper. Here's the screen. Inside. Smits, good. Smits has got the lead up to 3 now for the Magic.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
And you have to have an appreciation for Ball's passing skills. I mean, he just sees the floor beautifully, easily working the ball over to open teammates.
Here's Smits, a terrific shot on a turnaround. Smits has got 8 points.
Well, it's almost impossible to stop that turnaround, Jay. That's a shot he worked on endlessly in the offseason.
The 3 from George. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Ball's got 4 assists in the game. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Pass to Marin. Back to Harper. Here's Marin. Over George. Shot by Marin, no good.
Well, you can't play better defense than that. Patrolling that mid-range area.
Oh, what a shot!
That's a miracle. Are you kidding me?
Well, that's an energizer boost heading into the next quarter. You know he's got to be fired up.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Bulls lead by 3. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports.
Thanks for tuning in. Did you miss us? Before we discuss the game at hand, let's first check out the upcoming schedule.
Looking at the Bulls, I've hung with these guys in the offseason. They're better than people think, but they still got to prove it.
Yeah, high hopes for them and for their fans as well. And now talking about our game, how about Paul George in that first half?
He's feeling it, exploiting the gaps in the defense, getting high percentage looks.
Defensively, you have to find a way to seal those gaps because he's making it look too easy.
And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You look at Paul George in this game, guys, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
Yeah, it's not like he's getting everything at the rim. He's playing smart and just taking what the defense gives him.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Bulls. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Cooper is out there with Richardson. Then there's Larry Nance. Then there's Donaldson. And it's Turner in at the 4 spot. That's the group starting the second half for Jamal Mosley. And out of bounds is Chicago gains possession.
And let's take a look now at some stats for Paul George. Good season for him last year. He put in about 16 points a game last year. 5 rebounds and 4 assists. And with his skill set on the offensive end, he is such a threat on the floor.
Yeah, he's the kind of guy that makes life easier for his teammates. He demands so much defensive attention.
Bowen the pass to George. And he converts the layup. Paul George has got 15.
And we know George can score from all 3 levels, which is why he's capable of catching fire.
Nance passes to Cooper. Here's Donaldson. And here is Turner. He's guarded by Adebayo. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Adebayo's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's George, and it's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. Little over a minute gone here in the second half. Shot clock at 6. Jacks up a 3. It's hauled in by the Magic. Nance has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Pass to Turner. Here's Cooper, defended by George. George against Cooper. Back to Turner. Chicago grabs the miss.
I mean, come on. That's a shot you expect him to make.
Now Adebayo. Here's Gilmore. He's got 6. Back to Adebayo. Pass to Bowen. For the 3. Doesn't go that time.
They've had a quiet start to this half, hitting just one of their first 4 attempts.
The Magic trail by 5. Richardson outside. And he gets it to go. Richardson's got 7.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
And Billy Donovan wants a timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. With this chance, let's show you the league's most intimidating shot blocking defenses from last season. Number 1, the Magic.
And that defensive reputation has value in and of itself. I mean, by the end of the season, teams were afraid to take the ball inside.
The Bulls leading by 3. Ball feeling it out a bit. Pass to George from outside the arc. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. George has got 18 points in the game.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
It's Richardson on the wing. He's covered by Ball. And so it's Ball who brings the ball up for Chicago. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. Adebayo with a screen for Ball. It's tipped. To the paint. And Donaldson gets it to go. He's got 8.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
George with a screen on Cooper. Ball, the pass to Adebayo. 6 on the shot clock. Top of the key. No good that time. Nance with some nice D. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo. Adebayo's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Bowen. He's He's guarded by Cooper from downtown. Bowen's shot is off. The Magic trail by 4. High arcing shot, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Personal foul.
That one on George.
Foul.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Chicago.
Well, they've been hitting threes at a high clip, and the defense hasn't done enough to challenge them at the line. They need to close out and run them off the three.
They took what the defense gave them tonight, and that was the mid-range. I mean, very consistent from that part of the floor.
And the second free throw, good. Chicago leading by 3. Pass to Bowen. There's Ball with the 3. Drills the three-pointer. Ball's got 5 now.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And Turner kicks to Nance. Here's Smits. Over Gilmore. And it's Smits missing. Outside, Ball. George against Richardson.
Magic foul. Michael Ray Richardson.
And Billy Donovan wants a timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy.
Chicago timeout call.
Harper against Ball. And that one, good. Gilmore's got 8 points.
Well, this is what Ball is so good at. Reading the defense and making the right pass.
Here's Harper. They grab their own miss. The shot by Beck is no good. The Bulls leading by 8. Outside, Ball. Pass to Adebayo. Shot clock at 6. Fires top of the key. It's hauled in by the Magic.
Well, he's had a rough night, but his teammates have picked him up.
Here's Marin, defended by George. The shot by Marin, no good. And so George will bring it up for the Bulls. And off the glass, that one's good. George has got the lead up to 10 now for Chicago.
Well, he's a reason why they're winning right now. He's been efficient offensively, and his confidence continues to grow.
Harper against Ball. They need this. And Harper finishes inside.
Yeah, that's what they want to see. He has to start asserting himself. They need him to take command of this game.
Adebayo deciding where to go with it. From 18 feet away, and it's Smith with the rebound. The Magic trail by 8. Outside Harper, pass to DeBusschere. Here's Smits. He's covered by Ball. And it's Smits missing. Chicago has gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. Back to George. Launches it. Here's Gilmore. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Yeah, and sometimes he comes off as maybe being laid back, but Gilmore is a fierce competitor in the post, and it comes out in his rebounding more than anywhere else.
Smits passes to Harper. And here's DeBusschere. Still scoreless. Harper, no good. Pass the ball. From about 16, and the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's the Chicago Bulls with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. Looking good at this point, but wanting more. Back right after this. Now let's hear what head coach Billy Donovan was reviewing with his team in the huddle.
Exert yourself by being disciplined and focused on the right stuff. All right, good job. Oh, let's go.
Words of praise from Billy Donovan asking them to stay locked in, make good choices.
Yeah, and when all 5 of these guys are on the same page, great things tend to happen. So let's see if that continues.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. So with George on the bench, here's the group that Billy Donovan has on the floor. They've got Andrew Nembhard. He's out there with Richardson. And it's Gilmore in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
Personal foul. First team foul. At the line for the Bulls, Artis Gilmore, shooting 1.
And that one misses. The Magic trail by 10. Richardson outside. Pass to Donaldson. Richardson with it. Down low. Here's Turner. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
I like to see Turner doing the little things out there, like setting a solid screen in the pick and roll.
Love with the screen on Nance. Here's Mashburn, covered by Nance. Mashburn, no good.
And we talk about the importance of protecting the rim. Right there, outstanding defense.
Pass to Cooper. Back to Richardson. Lays it up off the glass.
He's been a different guy here in the second half. His shooting percentage far better than it was before the break.
Nembhard, the pass to Mashburn. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Second team foul. At the line for the Bulls, Artis Gilmore, 2 shots.
And the first one drops. He hits one and misses one, each at the line. The Magic trail by 7. Nance dishes to Richardson. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. He scores his 6th bucket from the floor with that one. He's shot the ball 11 times. Nance against Adebayo. To the middle, picked off in midair. Pass to Nance. Outside Turner. Just 5 to shoot. It's all in by the Bulls. Bowen's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And stolen by Richardson. Pass to Turner. Back to Nance. Here's Cooper. Richardson outside. Just 5 on the clock. And the layup falls. Richardson's got 8 points in the quarter.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
George against Richardson.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
First personal foul. Third team foul.
They set the screen to the inside. Stolen.
And they're losing their concentration here, guys. Just sloppy with the ball.
George against Richardson. Knocked away. George with the ball. And it's Richardson picking him up. And George kicks to Adebayo. Adebayo with the screen on Cooper. Ball no good. The Magic trail by 3. Cooper the pass to Richardson. Outside Turner. George against Richardson. 6 to shoot. Outside Turner to tie it up. And it's Chicago with the rebound. They've led by as much as 10. Trying to get something going. And it's sent back by Turner.
Well, this is the kind of rim protection Turner provides. He knows his team relies on him to protect the paint.
Here's Cooper. From 12 feet. Cleared away by Adebayo.
Well, when you get that kind of look inside, you have to capitalize.
Now ball. Outside George. And get the 3.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Good on the basket.
And you've got to love the energy right now. They got hot when they absolutely had to.
Well, you love their execution to get back in it. This game's very much in reach for them.
And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. Now, let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Hey guys, Billy Donovan was just reviewing the plan with his team, and coach had a very specific message for his guys. He said, quote, control what we can control, play our game, and the rest will take care of itself. Solid message if you ask me.
Thank you, Allie. They played a great fourth quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points. There's the pick. Outside George. And down goes the three.
Oh, he is just so clutch, saving his best for when the pressure is at its highest.
Turner outside. Clock at 6. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. And the Bulls making a change here. Love's checked in. Chicago leading by 4. George looking over the floor. 1:27 left in the game.
And you know, George is a tough cover. The length, the range, smooth athlete, very difficult to match up with.
Drops the first one, and that puts them up by 5. And so he drops them both. It's a 6-point ball game.
And he just garnered a little bit more insurance there. Very confident that he's able to go up and knock those down.
And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. Richardson against George. It's Richardson on the wing. 4 on the shot clock. Miles Turner. The 3 is off.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Yeah, and sometimes guys just start pressing. The best thing for him is to just slow it down and concentrate on solid shot selection. Well, he was in attack mode, but it's hard to score with a man in your shirt.
Spins. Love pulls it down. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Personal foul, 15 foul. At the line for the Bulls, Kevin Love, 2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
The veteran presence and leadership Love brings to the floor is unmatched.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's an 8-point game. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game time. Stolen by Ball. Jumps up, and he pounds it home. I had a feeling he wasn't going to lay that one in. No, sir.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
It is always a special feeling winning on the road. The degree of difficulty adding to that sense of accomplishment.
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
And now, let's send it over to Allie LaForce, standing by with our player of the game. Allie, take it away.
Paul, what a great team effort defensively. What were the points of emphasis?
you know, we do a great job of helping one another and being in gaps. And, you know, if we're going to get beat, it's going to have to be, you know, beaten by contested shots and the ball being swung. You know, so that's what we have to do. We have to sit down, guard guys, and, you know, make them play on the offensive end as a team.
Defense certainly has to be a full team effort, and it paid off tonight. Thanks, Paul.
As always, Allie, we appreciate it. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Allie LaForce, and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks so much for joining us here tonight. And now we present the player of the game, Paul George.